Shalom, my friend. I want you to think about the physical sensation you feel every time you swipe your credit card, click buy online, or hand over a $20 bill. Be honest. Do you feel a micro pinch of anxiety? Do you feel a tiny sense of loss, as if a piece of your security is being stripped away? Most people spend their entire lives in this vibration of depletion. They view every transaction as a subtraction. They are wondering why, no matter how much they earn, they never seem to have enough. Let me tell you the chilling strategic truth that the billionaires of the Torah have known for 3,000 years. When you spend money with the frequency of loss, you are literally cursing your currency. You are telling the universe that your supply is finite. Today, I am going to reveal the cipher of the 1%. I am going to give you the one Hebrew word that you must whisper every time money leaves your hand to force it to return to you tenfold. I am Rabbi Boaz, the Torah Life Strategist. Welcome to this masterclass on spiritual currency trading. Most people believe that money is a dead object, a piece of paper, or a digital digit, but the Torah teaches that money is daimim, it is blood, it is life force, it is a living energy that responds to instruction. When you spend money without an instruction, it is like a soldier wandering into a forest without a map. He will get lost and never find his way back to the base. But when you use the one word I'm about to teach you, you are giving your money a home signal. You are turning every dollar into a homing pigeon. This is the strategy that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob used to become the wealthiest men of their era during times of total global collapse. They didn't spend money. They deployed it with a command. Today, I am going to give you the command that makes the marketplace obey your will. Let's look at the theology of the root. In the Hebrew language, the word for blessing is baraka. This word is a profound strategic code. It shares the exact same root as the word baracha, which means a pool or a spring. Think about the physics of a spring. A spring only stays fresh and full because the water is constantly moving out. If you block the exit of a spring, the water becomes stagnant, it breeds bacteria, and eventually the source dries up. Most of you are trying to be reservoirs. You are trying to hold on to every drop out of fear, but a reservoir has a bottom. A spring is connected to the infinite deep. When you use the one word during a transaction, you are switching your identity from a limited reservoir to an infinite spring. You are declaring that the outflow is the very thing that triggers the inflow. You are moving from the law of subtraction to the law of circulation. The one word that billionaires whisper is Baruch. Baruch. Most people translate this as blessed, but to the Torah strategist, Baruch is a verb of multiplication. It comes from the root meaning to increase or to graft. In agriculture, when you graft a branch to a tree to make it produce more fruit, it is a form of baraka. When you say Baruch as you spend money, you are not just being religious. You are performing a software override on the transaction. You are telling the Creator, I acknowledge that you are the source of this increase, and by this acknowledgement, I am grafting this transaction onto the infinite tree. This simple act forces the money to bypass the natural laws of loss and enter the supernatural laws of multiplication. You are cashing in your anxiety and withdrawing authority. Every dollar you release with this word becomes a seed that is legally required to harvest. Think about the physics of the echo. If you stand in a canyon and scream lack, the canyon screams lack back at you. If you spend money while thinking I can't afford this, you are screaming lack into the canyon of the marketplace. The universe, which is a perfect mirror, has no choice but to provide you with more lack to match your frequency. But when you spend and whisper Baruch, you are screaming increase. You are acknowledging that the money is blessed, which means it has the inherent power to grow. The echo that returns to you is a series of lucky breaks, unexpected rebates, and new clients. The billionaire rabbi knows that he is not a payer, he is a sower. A payer feels poor when the bill is paid. A sower feels rich because he knows the seed is in the ground. By saying Baruch, you are officially planting your bills instead of burying your money. Let's look at the story of the widow and the prophet Elisha. She was in massive debt. Her creditors were coming to take her children as slaves. She had nothing but a tiny jar of oil. Elisha told her to go to her neighbors and borrow as many empty vessels as possible. Then he told her, close the door and start pouring. She poured that tiny bit of oil into the first vessel and it filled up. Then the second. Then the third. The oil only stopped when she ran out of vessels. What was the one word that kept the oil flowing? It was her intention of flow. She didn't look at the small jar and say, this isn't enough. She acted as if the supply was infinite. When you say Baruch, you are closing the door on the world's logic and opening the valve of the miracle. You are telling the oil of your finances, keep pouring. The miracle is not in the money. The miracle is in the kavanah, the intent behind the movement. Now I want to address the grip of the slave. Why is it so hard to say Baruch when you are paying a debt or a large bill? It is because your ego thinks it is protecting you by being stingy. The ego believes that if you hold tight, you are safe. This is the frequency of Egypt. The Israelites were slaves because they were stuck in a system of hard labor and limited rations. They were grippers. To leave Egypt, they had to perform the Paschal sacrifice. They had to take their most valuable asset and release it to the Creator. This act of letting go is what split the Red Sea. Your bills are your Red Sea. You cannot cross them by fighting the water. You cross them by releasing the asset with the word of power. When you say Baruch over a bill you hate to pay, you are performing a spiritual exodus. You are moving from forced labor to sovereign wealth. The second part of the one-word strategy is the recipient's vibration. When you hand money to a person, a cashier, a waiter, or a contractor, and you whisper Baruch, you are not just changing your own state, you are anointing the transaction. In Kabbalah, we learn that money is a neutral vessel that carries the intention of the giver. If you give money with resentment, you are giving that person poisoned currency. That money will not work for them, and because of the law of return, that stagnation will come back to you. But when you give with Baruch, you are giving living currency. That person will feel a strange sense of grace from your money. They will be more likely to help you, to refer you, or to give you a better deal next time. You are building a field of favor in the marketplace. You are becoming a source of sweetness, and the universe always protects its sources of sweetness. The third part is the 30-second multiplication protocol. It is not enough to just say the word, you must anchor the frequency. For the next 30 days, every time you spend money, I want you to perform this 3-step strategic move. Step 1, the pause. Before you swipe or pay, stop for 2 seconds, take a breath, kill the rush. Step 2, the whisper. Say the word Baruch or blessed is the source of all increase, internally or under your breath. Step 3, the visualization. For 5 seconds, see that money traveling in a circle. Visualize it leaving your hand, blessing the person who receives it, traveling through the economy and returning to you as a golden stream that is 10 times larger than what left. This creates a closed loop in your subconscious. It removes the fear of departure and replaces it with the joy of return. You are no longer losing. You are investing in the infinite. I know what the skeptic is saying. Rabbi, it's just a word. How can a word change the balance in my Chase account? This is the voice of the linear mind. The linear mind believes that 10 minus 1 is 9, but in the Torah algorithm, 10 minus 1 is 100. This is the secret of the Maaser, the 10% tithe. When you give away 1, God salts the remaining 9 so that they have the purchasing power of 100. By saying Baruch, you are salting every dollar you spend. You are giving it spiritual density. Have you ever noticed that some people make $50,000 and live like kings, while others make $500,000 and are always in debt? The difference is the density of their dollars. One man's money is blessed, it stays, it grows, it covers more. The other man's money is cursed, it leaks, it breaks things, it vanishes. The one word is the density regulator. Think about the law of the first hour. We have discussed that the first hour of the day is the seed. The first transaction of the day is also a seed. If your first spend of the day is done with annoyance, like paying for parking or a coffee you're in a rush for, you are cursing the day's flow. The billionaire rabbi makes his first transaction a consecrated move. He gives a coin to charity, or he pays a bill with joy first thing in the morning. He uses the one word to set the direction of the day. He ensures that the gate is tilted toward increase before the world can tilt it toward lack. Control the first transaction, and you control the day's revenue. For the next 7 days, make your first spend of the day a conscious act of Baruch. Watch how the rest of the day's money behaves differently. It will seem to stretch further than ever before. Now I want to address the hidden leak of complaining. Many of you use the one word and then 5 minutes later you start complaining about how expensive everything is. This is spiritual counterfeiting. You are printing wealth with one hand and poverty with the other. The two signals cancel each other out. To force the money to return, you must maintain vibrational integrity. If you say Baruch at the register, you must remain unbothered when you see the receipt. You must reach a state where you can look at a high price and say, I am grateful that the source has provided me with the capacity to meet this requirement. This high-status response signals to the heavenly court that you are ready for a higher credit limit. The Creator only increases the limit for those who don't panic when they use the card. Integrity is the glue that keeps the return from falling off the path. Consider the law of the leftover in your wallet. We discussed keeping a seed bill in your wallet. When you spend money and say, Baruch, look at that seed bill, remind yourself, the source is still full. This prevents the void energy from entering your purse. Most people empty their wallets and feel a vacuum of fear. But the strategist knows that as long as the seed is there, the harvest is guaranteed. The one word is the water that makes the seed grow. Every time you spend, you are watering that seed bill in your pocket. You are telling it, look at your brothers going out to work, they are coming back with friends. This psychological reframing turns spending into networking. You are sending your dollars out to recruit more dollars. This is how the 1% think. They don't have expenses. They have client acquisition costs for the universe. Let's talk about the currency of grace, Chen. In the Torah, we are told that Noah found Chen in the eyes of God. Chen is a spiritual beauty or grace that makes things flow easily. When you use the one word, you are inviting Chen into your finances. You will find that people start giving you free upgrades. The bank waives the fee. The landlord lowers the rent. The client adds a bonus. Why? Because you have anointed your money with the frequency of grace. You have made your financial presence pleasant to the spiritual world. The devourer, the energy of loss, only attacks things that smell like rot and resentment. It cannot stand the scent of Baruch. By using this word, you are effectively immunizing your wealth against the accidents and tragedies that drain the 99%. You are walking in a protected economic zone. Here is the return force checklist. 1. The 2-second pause before every spend. 2. The internal whisper of the word Baruch. 3. The 5-second visualization of the golden loop. 4. The elimination of price complaining for 30 days. 5. The seed bill anchor in the wallet. 6. The first transaction consecration every morning. 7. The prophetic thanksgiving at the end of the day. This is your marketplace armor. It takes 0 extra effort, but it changes the refractive index of your life. You are no longer submerging into debt. You are floating on abundance. You are moving from a state of financial friction to a state of divine lubrication. The world will call you lucky. You will know you are aligned. The architect is waiting for you to use the code. Start today with your very next purchase. I want you to leave a comment below right now. Type the words, "The source is infinite." By typing those words, you are making a public declaration that you have resigned from the economy of scarcity. You are signaling that you have accepted your position as an agent of the spring. I will read these comments and I will hold the frequency of multiplication for this community. We are building a tribe of Torah Life Strategists who do not fear the spend, because we own the source. Do not let one more dollar leave your hand without a command. Reclaim your authority. Fix the vessel. Invite the king. The flow is ready. The Shefa is waiting for your signal. The one word is the trigger. Pull it now. The universe is ready to justify your faith with physical evidence. Imagine your life 90 days from now. You are paying your bills, but the feeling of weight is gone. You feel a sense of power every time you use your money. You look at your accounts and you notice a strange phenomenon. The money seems to be sticky. It comes back faster than you can send it out. You have unexpected income streams opening up. You have favor in every negotiation. You realize that the fear you felt for 20 years was just a bad habit that you broke with one word. You are a billionaire steward. You are a partner with the infinite. This life is not a dream, it is the result of strategic calibration. You are the foreman. The master architect has given you the master instruction. Now go use it. Every swipe is a prayer. Every payment is a seed. The harvest is your birthright. The world is loud, but the Torah is quiet. The billionaire moves in the quiet. The strategist moves in the quiet. In the silence of your whispered command, you are having a high-level meeting with the manager of the world. You are telling him, I trust your system more than I trust my eyes. That trust is the most valuable currency you possess. It is the gold standard of the soul. Tomorrow morning, when you step out of your door, do not look at the prices in the window with envy. Look at them with recognition. Say, Baruch is the source who provides all this beauty, and Baruch is the source who provides my capacity to enjoy it. You are no longer a consumer of lack. You are a producer of praise. The one word is now active in your DNA. Stay quiet. Stay strong. Stay aligned. Final thought, look at your last bank statement. Do not look at the debits with regret. Look at them as investments in the kingdom. Every dollar you spent was a test of your stewardship. If you failed the test yesterday by being anxious, pass it today by being Baruch. You are literally rewriting your financial history by changing your present response. Return to the shadow of the Almighty, because in that shadow there is no loss. There is only transformation. And in that transformation, your cup will not only be full, it will be 10 times larger than it was yesterday. I am praying for your return force. I am praying for your multiplication. I am with you in the marketplace, whispering the code. Let us build this kingdom together, $1 at a time, one word at a time. Shalom, my friend. I believe in your potential to be a master of the flow. I know that the person listening to this is ready to graduate from the school of struggle. You have paid enough. You have scrambled enough. Now it is time to rule. Use the one word. Use the frequency, use the strategy, and watch how the physical world begins to reconfigure itself around your new, stable, and unbothered identity. You are the architect. The world is the construction site. The blueprint is in your soul. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Now, say the word, and watch the money return. The covenant of salt will preserve your gains, and the word of Baruch will multiply your world. Shalom, my friend. Shalom to you and to your entire house. I want you to take this protocol into your next meal, your next grocery trip, and your next business investment. Do not let the one word become a religious habit. Keep it as a tactical command. Treat it with the same respect a pilot treats a flight checklist. Check the state of your heart. Is it open? Say the word. Is it closed? Stop, breathe, then say the word. You are the guardian of the gate. You decide what energy enters your treasury. The architect is standing by to see if you will finally take the keys he has placed in your hand. The keys are made of Hebrew letters. The lock is made of your own doubt. Turn the key. Unlock the storehouse. The abundance of the heavens is waiting for a Baruch soul to carry it into the earth. Remember, the delay is not a denial. It is a calibration. If the money hasn't returned yet, it is because your receiver is still being built. Use the one word to speed up the construction. Every Baruch you speak is a heavy stone laid in the foundation of your future palace. The bigger the foundation, the larger the palace. Do not be impatient with the architect. He knows the weight of the gold he is about to send you. He is ensuring that your character vessel is thick enough to hold the pressure. Trust the weight, trust the work, trust the word. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Now, go spend like a king, with the heart of a giver and the mind of a strategist. Final meditation. Visualize a river of liquid light flowing from above, entering your head, moving through your heart, and exiting through your hands as you pay for your life. As it exits, it doesn't leave you empty. It leaves a residue of gold on the walls of your soul. This residue attracts more light. You are becoming a golden vessel. You are no longer a lead vessel that is heavy and dull. You are alchemizing your life through the power of speech. Davar equals thing. Your word creates the thing. Speak wealth, speak return, speak Baruch. The universe is listening. The master of the world is watching. Your 30-day shift begins now. Walk in the light, stay in the flow, see you in the comments. Shalom. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Now go fix your flow. Shalom.